Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is September 29th, 2021. It is the last Wednesday of September, which means it's live Q&A. It's a free-for-all. Huge welcome to everyone. And for those of you that are new, welcome even more. It's been really, really great week on week seeing this show build. And every time I start worrying a bit more, I'm just like, just get to Wednesday. I'll come here. Everyone's so welcoming. And it just makes me feel so much better. When your comments come up, there's actually an automated thing that makes them disappear after, I think it's 15 seconds. I always feel it's just a bit too short. So now I've changed it to 25 seconds. So if you comment and I put it up on screen, you get almost double the amount. How about that? Kevin, good to see you here. Hope all is well, buddy. Alid, good to see you here. Oh, you were asking what the track is called. That track, the last one that was called Rising Sun. All that music is from YouTube's audio library. I assume everyone with a YouTube account has one. If you go into the Creator Studio, you have a massive library, and you can search by genre, by duration. And I always love ambient music. I mean, it's very similar to my Spotify playlist, which I need to promote, actually. I've made a concentration and focus playlist that I use all the time. I'm always adding to it. Hey, Callie, good to see you here. Happy Wednesday. So, normally, I come to these last shows of the month with a blank bit of paper and think, let's just go with the flow. And we are going to still do that. We're still going to go with the flow today. So you're welcome to derail this as much as possible. But I do have quite a lot to talk about. A lot of updates. There is some really, really exciting... and Alid was right. Oh, he was good. It was Rising Sun. Is it Div Kid? Yeah, Rising Sun was that last one. Look, I'll play it now. You hear that? Yeah, that was Rising Sun. Well played. I didn't know it was that kind of show. I didn't know we were doing the music round. Yeah, so the music, the YouTube library is really, really good. But I've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot of exciting news. One of them is actually going to influence what happens next Wednesday. And I kind of want to help you. I want you to help me decide what to do. So we'll get to that a bit later. But one of you were asking, actually, what am I drinking tonight? So this I actually had on my Instagram yesterday. There's you can get these really nice fruit juices from Aldi, which is, like, for those outside the UK, it's a very cheap German supermarket that we have here in the UK. Really good value stuff. Have their own versions of well-known brands, and they have these, like, you know, one of your 5 a day, like, really good blend of fruits. So I can't remember what is in this. I'd have to get the bottle from downstairs, but I've realised that if I have 2 drops of gin in it, I can enjoy a bit of alcohol without the gassiness of tonic water, which is not good for a live show. I'm like always just like in my mouth. Whereas this, it's actually healthy. And I'm not a cocktail drinker, and I realise that's like, it's like a cocktail. It's like my own cocktail, so it works there. Thanks, Alex. See, I love this. We're all helping each other. It's really, really good. Okay, so a bit of housekeeping. If you are watching right now, please do click that thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm get this live show out to my subscribers. There are 12 of you wonderful subscribers here right now. Make sure you ring the bell if you haven't already. I'm sure you have. But there's 45,000 others out there. And because this channel is so old, the biggest objective I've had for this weekly show is just to awaken the beast, awaken this again. And we are getting there. So this time, every Wednesday, here, doing the live show, we have a sort of set topic every week, but the last Wednesday of each month is just a sort of free-for-all Q&A, just a nice general chat. And then every Monday is a new episode of The Quest for Global Empathy. Who saw Monday's episode with Professor Paul Gilbert? This, for me, was a dream episode. And, if you haven't seen it yet, that's fine because, they're 2 hours long. This one's 2.5 hours because he was kind enough to do a guided meditation at the end of it. For anyone that was, tuning in, at that bit, would have just seen me, with my eyes closed, facing the camera, and him as well, thinking, what have I come in on? But it was a really, really great episode, and I was so keen to show him to my audience because his teachings of compassion-focused therapy totally changed my life when I had therapy about 4 years ago, and I think it's revolutionary, and I want other people to, hear what he has to say because he's a really funny guy, really good at breaking down the construct of, what it is to be human, what it is to have compassion, what it is to deal with pain and things like that. So, yeah, definitely check it out. It's on my YouTube channel in video form, but of course on podcast platforms as well. Going to be talking about my band, Schemata Theory, because big news is imminent. And I really mean, imminent is probably means within the next seconds. It's not quite that imminent. Any day now, there's going to be a really big announcement, and I'm honestly so excited. So yeah, there's that. And then also, I thought it'd be good just to speak to you guys and find out what I always ask, what topics would you like to see on this live show? But but I thought because it's the end of the month, we could look ahead to what would you like to see in October? Would we could do a mental health subject one week. One of the weeks is going to be Halloween. Let's see where it falls actually on the calendar. So Halloween obviously is the 31st of October, which is a Sunday. So the Wednesday would be the 27th. So I think the 27th we should do a Halloween themed episode. What do you think? And this is what I was going to suggest. I was going to suggest that for the Halloween edition, I really am. As I say this, I'm already freaking out because I'm not going to enjoy it. I am going to enjoy it, but I'm also not because I'm really bad with them. But I thought, because I have this new VR setup downstairs where you can see me on camera in my VR stuff and you can see what I have on screen, and then I can have my heart monitor attached so you can actually see my heart rate. I thought, what if for Halloween I did a special Halloween live show on the Wednesday where I play horror virtual reality games. I say this so cautiously. I really don't want to do it, but it will be amazing. And when you chat, what I do is I have the setup. So I have in-ear headphones, and then I have on top of me the headphones from the game. And then it means I have a robot voice that reads your text. So when you're typing in the chat, I hear it. And we can just do a few horror virtual reality games, and you can just watch me scream. Okay, Resident Evil 7. Oh, man. I really want to do it, but I really don't want to do it. I'm such a scaredy cat. My memory goes off the wall. All right, I'll do Resident Evil 7. We'll have to do it. We'll have to do Resident Evil 7. Look at this. Do it. Sounds epic. Okay, Adrian says, yeah. Mojo, yeah. Yeah, okay. It's happening. Right. Halloween horror VR special. Cool. Okay, right, that's happening. We've got that. That's down. Right, we've decided that. We've crossed that off. That gives us how many other Wednesdays of this that month? So that'll be the 27th. So we've only got 3 others. One of them is on the 6th. The next one is the 6th, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So we have the 13th and the 20th. So we should do a mental health one, I think. Another mental health topic. I think that'd be good. I just noticed that your top has the same colours as the shapes light behind you. Is there any connection between the colours? I don't know. I've always liked this, but you're right. They are the same ones. And actually, the background of my Instagram feed earlier But no, I mean, these are the PlayStation things. Can you see the smoke as well from the incense? It's sweet orange at the moment. Smells great. A makeup tutorial, obviously. Oh, I haven't done one of them in a long time. Good luck to you. I find difficult enough dealing with the spiders in Skyrim. Do you know what? I've not played Skyrim in VR and I own it, so maybe we could mix it up a little bit. But an hour of horror. I'll play what game is it? I've got Blood and Truth. I can't play on the PS5, but I've got Five Nights at Freddy's. Man, I'm like, it's 4 weeks away, but I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, right. Let me load this up, if it lets me. So, unfortunately, my guest who was meant to be coming on Monday's podcast had to postpone because she's at a convention. Luria Petrucci from Live Streaming Pros. She's going to be on later this month, which is great. But someone I've been trying to get on, but he's a very, very busy guy. And I asked him last night saying, could you do something this week? And he was like, yeah. He's coming on this week. I'm just going to show you the post now. This is actually a Patreon-only post, but I can show you it now. Let me do Google Chrome. Here we are. So, here we are, guys. This is the lineup for the next episode. So, Brian Poole, who is the host and founder of PSVR Without Parole. I've been a co-host on a few of their shows. He is going to be on next Monday's episode, and we will be filming it tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time and 11 o'clock at night UK time. So that will be filmed tomorrow. If you have a backstage pass, you'll be able to tune in and watch it live, or if you're a founding supporter, and then it will be going up on Monday, October 4th. I'm scrambling around to get a guest for the following week, but that will be confirmed very soon. And then Luria Petrucci, rescheduled. She will be coming on Monday, October 18th, and that will be filmed on Tuesday, October 12th. And these links here, which obviously you can't see where they are, they will take you to the live streams, and then future guests will be confirmed as well. So some really, really cool guests lined up. Really, really excited. And there's a lot of other guests I've reached out to who, once they come on, it's going to be great. And that's what I love about the show is sometimes we have, sometimes we have professors, sometimes we have game hosts, sometimes we have experts in certain fields. It's just a good mix, and sometimes it's just people I'm really good friends with, and sometimes all of the above at once. I've been told that I'm not very direct when it comes. I'm always like, please support the show, but I should be a lot more upfront. So I'm going to be working this week on some benchmarks of money to raise at Patreon to help get the Quest for Global Empathy off the ground, because there are certain things I would like to invest in that would totally free up my time. Like there's a website that would totally mix the audio within, 20 minutes, whereas currently it takes me about an hour or 2 hours to do, although I'm getting quicker at it. But at the moment, we're at 32 Patreons. I think if we could get, by the end of today's show, just 3 more people to sign up. I mean, I'd love to hit 40 today. And, it can be just as little as $1 a month. But, if you want to tune into the shows live, just get a backstage pass. That is £4. That's £1 an episode a week to watch live, ask my guests questions yourself, and also you get to chat with me beforehand. Usually there's only a couple of people, if that, in the live stream. So normally it's just you and I having a good conversation. So it's really, really cool. And if you obviously want the T-shirt that I've shown before, become a founding supporter as well. So, yes, Brian's really looking forward to being on it. I think we're going to have some really great conversations. And he's going to be really awesome at selling virtual reality to people that aren't normally involved in it, so that's going to be really, really, really great. So yeah, very, very excited about that. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy is happening. The VR game is absolutely terrifying. We will be doing that indeed. So, by the way, I'm happy to take any questions. This is a Q&A, but I'm just going through this list as we do it. So here's the other thing, all right? Do you know what? I'm going to sit down for this. Let's sit down. I'm just going to sit. I always stand up for this. I mean, standing up is good, but I'm exhausted because I've gone for a long walk today, and then I did some working out because my Apple Watch is telling me that this month's challenge is I have to hit my daily workout limit of 650 calories. I have to double that on 3 different days. And I've done it on 1 day. There's only 2 days left, today and tomorrow of September. I'm currently at 176%, so I've got to burn 150 more calories, which I'll be doing. But I just had a massive boxing match with someone online, and it's why I'm a bit hot and bothered. Yeah, it's a lot, but I'm really determined to do it. So it's nice to be sat down now, and you can see, and also you can see my diorama, the Sonic the Hedgehog one. But I've been told I need to be more brightly lit in the foreground. I could turn these up, but I worry that if I turn them up, it's going to be too... Like, is that too bright? Actually, that might be all right. I always worry about being too bright. Is that better? I think that is better. I think I need to just be more comfortable with being really well lit. Let me know. This could be a night or day thing. No pun intended. Is this brightness better? Also, when I'm stood up, there's more... Actually, next when I'm sat down, I think there's more shadow. So something I want to invest in. I've got 3 of these stands. Okay, this is much better. I need to do this much better. But on the background, someone was saying I need to put like lights, like just, fairy lights or something round the corner, all the way round or something, just to sort of light the whole thing up. Because it's cool with but it just needs a light on it. So, yeah, all right, cool. I'm going to be much better lit now. Makes you pop from the background. Okay, all right. This is the thing is, I love you guys. You guys are like my producers. This is great. And I'm learning. There are a lot of September activity challenges around. I'm doing one trying to reach 700,000 steps before the end of... Wow, 700,000 steps. I wonder how many I've done. I'm not going to check now because that'll be really boring watching me just like slowly scouring through stuff. But yeah, no, something I'd like to invest in is Elgato. I mean, they're the creme de la creme of streaming stuff. They've actually got a microphone arm, but it actually goes along the table, and it means that I won't have this shadow across my face. I would push it all the way down, but it won't go down because it will then hit the wall. I mean, I could do it like that. That's all right. I suppose. Look, it's fine. I don't need it, but I was just thinking, in an ideal world, it'd be good to have it lower to the table, and coming up from beneath. But I think that's fine. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is true. I am incredibly dark. And we can just see this. Like, yeah. Let's do it now. Yeah, I think it's just what I'm comfortable with, and also I just like the mood of it. But you're right, I'm way too dark. Just having a look here. This is this week's episode. Everyone, hope all is well. Yeah, I mean, look, it's interesting to see the difference now, isn't it? Like, you're right, I now pop from the background. Because look, Paul is very nicely lit, natural light and everything. Yes, but compassion. And I'm just in darkness. Yeah, especially with that dark shirt, it doesn't work. But yeah, do check out this episode. Really, 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 really happy with it. Cool. So, guys, the other thing I was going to talk about. Thank you. Yeah, this is it. This is what I need to do. Do you know what else? It's because I have like these big shines like on my lips there. See, this is just like how insecure... Well, it's not insecurity. Like, I don't mind it, but I think it... Does it look professional? But, like, the shine on my head, that's fine. But my teeth, like there, that tooth... Look how... You see how analytical you get? That tooth there. It shines so bright there. But, yeah. I'm just going to get over it. It's fine. On the right side of my... Oh, so what there? That's going to be quite difficult just because... That door opens to there, but I could have something on the wall behind it. I actually built a studio downstairs in my living room where I used to do my videos, where I've got really nice... well, I can show you on here. I can't even type. Right, I never press accept all, but I'm just rushing. Yeah, this background here, let me load it up. I hate it when it does this. It won't let you go any further. So we'll just go to that one. Wait, okay, I love this. It says it will make you sign in to click on it. So you just copy the link and go to it, and then it will let you in. So, yeah, this background. These are disc plates. So I saw them advertised everywhere. They're actually metal prints, and they go magnetic on the wall, so I could swap them around. I want them to get them across this wall, but I do like the wall being white because it's good for photo shoots. But then maybe I could have a disc plate there as well. It just, you're right. It does need something, but they are quite expensive. So, and I'm really broke at the moment looking for work. So when I get some new work in, that'll be my next investment. Also, because this week I got the iPhone 13 Pro. And I actually today just got the case and the screen. The screen functionality is amazing. They give you something that you plug in the bottom, and what you do is you get the screen and it clips on it. So it means that when you pull it down, it fits perfectly on the screen. Like it's the protective screens are like £10 each, so they're things you don't want to misplace and get wrong because then it's a waste of money. So. I'm glad you like the pick. Yeah, the creators of that game were really, really impressed with this. They were like, "Oh, you should do our promo stuff." But this is an example of how it looks when I'm playing the VR game. So this is me skiing and looking around corners. So yeah. In VR, it's for Halloween. It will look great, and we'll have some spooky backgrounds and stuff like that. So that'll work. That'll work really, really cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Right, okay, guys, I'm getting to the bit I really wanted to talk about. You ready for this? Oh man, I'm so excited. Wow, I like this. But yeah, Hannah, point taken about needing decorations on the back bit. Like this is all really, really, really helpful. Hi to anyone who's joining. Hope you are doing well. Okay. Here we go, guys. You ready? So this I spoke about before. I think last week it was just this image. Oh my God, it's not going to let me do it. It was just this one of the logo. We've now got 3 images. And it is because, as I said, we've got a big announcement happening soon. Do you know what? Let me put it. I like this. I edited it so it goes across to both. I was really pleased with that. But this image here. Oh man, sorry, this is just so painful. So we keep using Unite, which is with the hourglass, and obviously here's the imagery here. I've got to be careful what I say. Like, look, I'm self-policing because we've got a campaign that we're undergoing for my band. I don't know how much you know about my band Schemata Theory, people, but I'll give you a bit about it now. So, we did a debut album in 2012 called Dry Lung Rhetoric, and it was the first time I've ever been a vocalist in a band that's released stuff. I actually recorded drums on the album, and I've always, as a lyricist, wanted our music to be a way of amplifying my messages of unity and the fact we need to fight against apathy and bring change, which I know will be a very common theme that a lot of artists talk about. And, I'm totally comfortable with that. I mean, that's something I connect with people on, is wanting to improve this world, and to do it through music is really, really powerful. Thank you. I'm really glad you like it. It's on Spotify. We did an EP, and then we'd done another EP, which is, the shorter 3-track thing, about 5 years ago. And then we took them offline because we had them remixed because we went into the studio last February to record some stuff, and we thought actually this will go really well together as an album. So I'm being very careful with what I say. We have an album's worth of music to release. I couldn't be any more like on the line of that. I'm really playing with semantics right now. But we've got some really, really exciting stuff. And next Wednesday, and to be honest, the date has already been announced on banners, although we haven't explained why, and it says the 6th of October, which is next Wednesday. Okay, so next Wednesday, as things currently stand, I won't be doing a live show on this channel because I'm going to be doing a live show with my band at the same time. We decided this because we didn't want to split audiences, but something I'm thinking about, which I was actually thinking about in the shower before this live show, and I'm going to pitch it to the band tonight, and it's funny that I'm like sort of discussing it with you now, is I actually think we should do the band live show on this channel next week, because, you know, we could do it on our YouTube channels and stuff, and we're going to be promoting stuff that is on the YouTube channel, but I feel that for the launch of what we've got to announce next Wednesday, it'd be better to do it where we have an audience, which is, you know, with you guys here. So I love this lurking. It's all good. Yeah, I guess my question to all of you is, how would you feel about next week me doing a live show on here with my whole band? You get to meet them, you get to ask questions, and we might be able to show you some stuff. Because I think at the moment we're thinking about doing it on our Facebook page. And, you know, it'll do well on the Facebook page. But I'm just like, look, you guys come here every Wednesday. You show up. I love you dearly. What my band does really ties in with what I'm about, empathy and all that. I love this. I am in favour of this idea. That would be cool. Yes, I cannot wait to hear your music. All right. I'm going to pitch it to the council of the band after this. Because I think it just totally makes sense. Because not... Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things of like, on the one hand, we'd be kneecapping ourselves because I wouldn't be doing this live show and I'd hate to miss out on a week of it. And secondly... Oh my goodness. Here we go. Look, I'm doing this now. I need to get some animations on screen. Oh my god. It has literally gone to the wrong thing. Sorry. Thank you very much. We've hit 33. Woo! £90 a month. I would love it if we got 2 more people to get a backstage pass or more. If we hit the £100 mark by the end. Because what I think, actually, is instead of me bleating on, I say bleating on, look, I'm very passionate and I want this podcast to take off, is instead of me, you know, doing a big push every week, I feel like maybe I should just do it as like at the end of each month. I'd love to like have a little ticker on the screen of like, you know, this is where we are target-wise. But to Blizz, honestly, thank you so much for becoming a Patreon. And yeah, if anyone else becomes a Patreon during this live show, let me know in the chat so I can thank you personally, because it means the world. Awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So yeah, honestly, oh my goodness, the stuff my band has to show. Cannot wait. I want to talk about it, but I just can't. And I feel really good about not talking about it because we've tailored this campaign of how we're going to be releasing stuff, and it's really professional. We've got a full team of people. We've got press. We've got people that are going to be getting us to radio. You know, we've got a full team. We've got a manager. It's all really good. I don't think a lot of people use Facebook these days. I mean, people use it sort of passively. But, you know, YouTube would be good. And that's cool. And then I can schedule my channel. Like next week, it's like Schemata Theory special. And I would just love for you to meet my band. Like, they're honestly like brothers to me. We're really close. I love them dearly. They're all incredibly talented, amazing human beings that I'm just very lucky to have in my life. I'm not someone who particularly has close friends. Like, I tend to have a lot of, good friends generally. But like, they're all like best friends of mine. Hugh, who's the guitarist, is like my closest of friends, generally. Who has been on my channel before. I think they've all been on my channel before. But yeah, I've actually designed the live stream so everyone will be on webcam. And it'd be really, really cool. And I just think that when we talk about what we're going to talk about next week, you're going to lose your minds. I'm going to lose my mind. It's going to be a really emotional day. And I still have this small bottle of champagne in my fridge that my friend M... does anyone know My Pale Skin, M Ford? She's done some amazing YouTube videos. Good friend of mine. She bought it for me for my birthday, not this year, but February of last year. And it's been in my fridge ever since, so I've not had an occasion to drink it. Not even on my birthday, I decided not to drink it. Well, you know what? Next Wednesday, I'm going to pop it out because it's going to be a really, really special day. And yeah, I'm just so exciting. I cannot wait to emails. You guys are absolutely amazing. Complex Slate was the first song of you guys I heard and I was hooked. Your Belief is an amazing track too. Well, thank you. The captions on the Instagram posts as well are taken from tracks. And the last one we posted with that hourglass, the line on it. I'm proud of this lyric. I mean, to be honest, I like to be. I take a lot of care over my lyrics. I probably care about my lyrics more than anyone does, just because, like, most people are like, oh, they're cool, they're all right lyrics. For me, it's like, oh, I've just put so much heart into them. And sometimes you can sit there and you can try and write music, and lyrics, and it just doesn't come out. And then sometimes in your element, you're like, no, this feels right. And so this really summarizes a lot of what I live for. And the line is, cells divide, but hearts and minds can unify in time. And we have this unite and an hourglass. And actually, something I would say is, if you are on Facebook, we do have a special Facebook group we've set up called The Voices. And the idea is that if you join, you are a voice, you have a voice. We all have voices and we can do a lot of good in the world. And it is a small group because it's better to reach out to you guys than it is via a Facebook page, because you don't always get it. And it's just a way for you to chat with the band, help us when this release comes about. So if any of you are interested, here is the link. Alid says, all right, I'll be honest, never listened to Schemata Theory, but I'm intrigued. What's your sound like? Well, do you want me to play you a video now? And it's nothing new. It's going to be an old video. It's going to be a Complex Slate, but it's just a really solid song. And it's still, and whenever we play live, it's always the song we end on. And by the way, this will be your answer, because if you want to join that Facebook group I've linked in the chat, which is this, you have to answer 2 questions to join. One is to make sure you're not a robot, and so you just need to say the title of a song. So I would just put a Complex Slate. And then secondly, I don't want to put rules down on the group, but I have said it's not a place for spam, self-promotion, bigotry, or abuse. It's a place for unity. Do you agree with those rules? If you're with us on those 2 things, then you are a voice and you can stand with us. And we're really about having this sense of togetherness. So that's really going to be at the heart of... unifying time is what that lyric is. And there's a lot of symbolism with that hourglass, especially in the times that we live in. And again, I'm really trying my best not to go into specifics, but what is coming out is like a really emotional side to what I stand for. Like when I'm on here, I try and be very pragmatic, matter of fact about stuff. We have a laugh. I do get emotional at times, but the music, it's like, I know not everyone is into metal. Fortunately, I have my good friend Luke, who sings with an incredible voice. He just has soaring vocals. But the aggression that I show, I try and make sure there's conviction in my voice as well. So I always find that that's really, really important. So what I will do is I can do preview mode on here, which means I think it will let me queue it up. No, it hasn't. Oh, no, it is. Okay, cool. I'm looking at preview mode now. I was worried that it was starting a video that I hadn't chosen. So if I do this, just going to make sure I choose the right video. Don't want to get in trouble. Right, here we go. Smart Theory folder. I'm not reading anything out too loud. Music videos. Where are the music videos? There we go. Okay, so this is called A Complex Slate, and I'm happy to put in the chat the lyrics if you want to see them as well. Just because obviously you won't always know what I'm saying. So here we go, guys. So good. Good to see you here, Carl. So Kyle, that drumming you hear, that's actually my drumming. Before I went to vocals and we did the video, and then Josh took over and absolutely smashed it. Last thing I ever recorded on drums. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Saved. Oh, mate, my buddies did such a good job with all that sort of stuff. But, yeah, there you go. So, yeah. Oh, man, it was such an expensive video. And that was with our friends pulling out all the stops to make it a lot cheaper than it could have been. We were so pushed for time with launch because basically we launched that single the day we announced ourselves as a band, and we totally DIY'd it. We had no representation or anything. In hindsight, we should have definitely gone to management with it and said, hey. But because we were pushed, they weren't able to do something. So at the beginning where you've got the bird icon, we were going to be in the room, and then the bird was going to fly on fire into the room, into the middle, and that was what was going to start the fire, like the Phoenix, which is so badass. But it's one of those things of like, would have loved it, but we needed to get it done. Yeah, so it's on YouTube. So yeah, check out my band's YouTube channel. So I'll give you the link. I mean, it's youtube.com/Schemata Theory. Or actually, it's on my channel. On my YouTube channel, there's a playlist. But yeah, I put it there. That is the link. Cheers, dude. Really appreciate it. I'm glad. It's really interesting when we play. One of my favourite gigs was in Wokingham, which is where a lot of the rest of the guys are. It's outside Reading. We played in a pub outside in the middle of this town, and they had jazz bands, all these sort of acts, and then we came on. We actually played a metal version of All Star, and we had the Shrek clip from the movie and the toilet flushing at the start. And it's the first time I've ever at a show had to say move forward so more people can get in at the back. It was rammed. And for some reason, we seem to appeal to people that aren't into metal. Because my vocal style is heavy. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, and for some reason, obviously, Luke and what he does is amazing. And I think that's definitely a big help. But when we're trying to think about what genre we are, like, we're post-hardcore. We're like bands like, Funeral for a Friend and stuff, but with a heavier flair. But like in terms of my vocal style, like, I don't know if I'm going to do it now, but it's like, it's really weird trying to do it on the spot when people always like say, "Is that you?" Like, I could try and do it now, but I'm probably going to mess it up. No, I'm not going to do it now. It's just so on the spot. I'm sort of sat down, and I know the first thing I do is probably going to be weird. The Redan, it was called. Kev, I don't know if you were. Maybe you were. Kev has been to a lot of our shows, always had so much love and appreciation for him. I prefer metal that isn't all screaming and appreciate their talent, but I don't particularly enjoy the genre enough to get. Yeah, for me, and I've spoken about this since I started YouTube 15 years ago. I did a whole video like in 2007 about contrast. I was like looking at the sky at like the black clouds and the sun. I was like, I love black and white. I love the rain and the sun. So same with my music. Like when you've got screaming and you've got singing, there's a contrast there, and it really helps amplify texture and like contrast is what allows you to differentiate between things, and so it allows you to have things at odds with each other, and I think that always leads to much more interesting creations. And I appreciate that. So yeah, we have an album and an EP that is up. We did a song called Courage is Contagious, which is a bit more rocky. and it was inspired by Edward Snowden, who blew the whistle on the NSA. And funnily enough, this music video got picked up by WikiLeaks and Anonymous and Thomas Drake, who was a whistleblower in the US, which was was amazing to see. So we've always been very socially driven. We're all about like, how do you make anthems? So A Complex Slate is very much about the human condition with biology. If we were born this way, why should we try and change? The idea of like, if we are defined by our biology, can you be born as a criminal? Is there such thing as redemption? The fabric we reflect is of this place you have made. We are a product of society. If you don't like the person that I've become, have a look at the conditions that you brought me up in. And so the final line, we are a complex slate. And it's a very, very, like a very small distinction, but it's like, it's not we are complex slates. It's we are a complex slate that is taught to love and hate. And it's this idea that, people say that, are we born as a blank slate? Well, no, we're not. But we are a complex slate, like singular slate. It's the idea that we're all a part of something together. Like we all feed off each other when it comes to the environments that we grow up in. And really, really proud of that. I love that he got 3 thumbs down during that. I know not everyone's going to be a fan, and that's fair enough. If you're watching, do give a thumbs up. There's 15 people watching right now, although 11 ups, 3 downs. There's one person that hasn't decided yet. This song is great. I don't prefer scream metal, but this song has a beautiful balance which helps in the storytelling. Well, I appreciate that, Paul. Thank you very much. Recently started to love songs with the balance of clean screaming vocals, especially when there's enough clarity in the screaming to understand the passion. I've always been really, really keen on distinction. Like, I can do deep vocals, like really like low roars and stuff, but I sort of have my own sort of... It's all about finding your own voice, and I'm always... I just want people to be able to hear what I say. I think it was also because I've done so many misheard lyric videos. Although, there's a song that we have on... It's the opening track on our debut album. I say opening track. It's not the intro track, like the instrumental. It's the first, like, main song. So track 2. It's called Perish or Prevail. And there's a line in it which is, a dark day comes with the sunrise. And I've got a clip where when I was recording it, Jason, the producer, said, it sounds like a dark day comes with a side of rice. It's so good, man. How do you warm up with all the screaming? I mean, it's just like main singings. I do trills, so it's like... And also you do a lot of shh, because when you do that, if you do that now, shh, you can feel your diaphragm. And that's what you want to feel when you're screaming. Like, it's just like vocals, like you're projecting from down there. So that's always really, really important. Oh, dude, I'm addicted to Spirit Box at the moment. It's really grown on me. I love Summit. I love Circle With Me. And I love Sacred Garden. Those are really, really good. By the way, if you follow us, my band on Schemata Theory, and direct message us, one of the band will always respond. And when we have some big news to announce next week, we have every intention, because I've suggested it, going to send a personal video message to everyone that follows us. That's like 250, 300 people, but we're going to do it. That's really, really important. I've been watching X-Mob guys on YouTube lately, a bit random, but I get a sense with some of them, if they weren't born into that life, maybe they'd have been legit smart. Dude, it is like, that is what a complex slate is about. We are all products of our environment. And actually, Paul Gilbert on my podcast this week, he talked about it with the compassionate mind. You did not choose to have the body, the ethnicity, the gender, the species that you were, the time that you were born, the location in the world. The only difference, and I've mentioned this again and again, like when I see a homeless person on the street, the difference between me and that homeless person is circumstance. That is the only difference. Because people say we have free choice, but free choice, we have the freedom to make a choice out of finite choices. So we don't have we have an ability to choose, but our choices are limited. So is that actually a freedom of choice? It's freedom within the limitations of choice, if that makes sense. A Complex Slate reminds me of the album cover available in all colours by the band 1 Minute Silence. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, and this is where compassion comes from. And it's not to say that we shouldn't condemn people that make mistakes, but we should at least do it with an olive branch to say, here is a chance to turn it around. Like, that is what compassion is about. It's why when I've had people that have wronged me in my life, some incredibly badly, I still just want the best for them. I want them to do, especially in the world that we live in today, where it's about condemning people online. Like, when I think about the people that have wronged me, I don't want there to be this like public scrutiny of them where the public demands them to apologize to me. I don't expect an apology. Like, I just want them to become better. And, if they ask for forgiveness, then we can have that conversation. But for me, it's about just giving people the opportunity to grow. I like the mix of screaming and vocals that you guys do. I used to only be into metal, but I love a bit of everything nowadays. But I still love my metal. That's cool. That's cool. That means a lot. I could show another song. We've got 8 minutes left because I am really, really keen to end this dead on the hour. And I've almost finished this drink, so it's been perfect. Actually, before we do that, let me just do a quick check on Patreon. No one's mentioned it yet. But... oh, it's because it wasn't selected. I'm an idiot. Can we get in the next 8 minutes? Can we just get 2 more people? Even if you want to become a quest bearer, just $1 a month. Can we get 2 more people to become a patron? I will love you forever if we can do that in the next 7 minutes. I mean, if you come up with Backstage Pass, I'll see you on this live show tomorrow. So it's literally, I will be live streaming and you'll have access to it with the Backstage Pass, this middle one, in 25 hours time. So yeah, I just wanted to be clear about that. Come on, guys. Yeah. So I'm just looking at my watch. How am I doing for my my target? How much do I need to do? I'm gonna have to do some working out after this. Yeah. Right. What? Do you want me to show another video? Courage is contagious. Let's do this. Let me do the preview mode again because this is good because it means I can be on camera while I am queuing up the next video, which is gonna be. So this is the one about whistleblowers. Yeah, let's do it. It was filmed in a car garage where they were fixing cars.
Over freedom, and so there is
wearing the same shirt. Going to say this is the song that I've told the story before on podcasts about me crying in the studio when the producer got me to sing. Once we know it cannot be enough. It's right at the very end. Looking away is to condone. Minds conscious with conscience lead the way. Dismantle. So it's the very last line I sing in harmony with Luke. Took 20 minutes to do in the studio, and when I finally did it, it was the first time I've ever been able to sing in my life. It was very emotional. I love that artwork as well. I love that artwork. Words not heard, read or seen. I really wanted Edward Snowden to see it, but Thomas Drake saw it. As I said, Anonymous and WikiLeaks shared it and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was really, really good. Yeah, Callie Timecat is signing up now to be a quest bearer. Really appreciate it. I'll keep the live show open until it goes through, because I want to thank you personally. And then that just leaves, if we can get one more person, we'll hit the target of 35 patrons. So if someone else wants to sign up for as little as $1 a month, I will keep this open so I can thank you personally. I love that. Bars of 15 her. Nice. Oh, man. Dude, Kyle is amazing. Like, good friend of mine. He's a session drummer, and it blows my mind, session musicians, how it's like anything in life. People are always surprised that I can go to a school that I've never been to before, an event, and I can just like on the fly speak to these people and just like do it off the cuff. Confidence comes with experience. But yet when you see other people doing what they're good at, it still blows your mind. And seeing Kyle go to a new venue, you know, and a new situation and work on something, it is really impressive. Really, really good. Oh, Kevin, I love you, buddy. I love you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Okay, so you killed the messenger, but not the truth. I had to get... That was a really controversial moment in the song, because... Do you know what? Let me bring it back. This is it. You kill the messenger, but not the truth. We have the proof. You kill the messenger, but not the truth. You kill the messengers, but not the truth. You kill the messengers, but not the truth. Do you know who that is? Does anyone know who this guy is? Mojo, I've just got on my Apple Watch your messages on Instagram. You're probably talking to Maz, who's amazing. Say that you're watching the live show and that I say hi to Maz. So this guy is Aaron Schwartz. He was an activist who died. The US government were going to throw him away for a very, very long time. He was one of the founders of Reddit. Oh, dude, Kyle, I love you, man. Seriously, guys, I do need to tie the Patreon with this weekly live show as well, just so it seems like I'm offering more. But it really is for the quest for global empathy. Correct, Kevin. He did. Thank you. So, Aaron Schwartz was an American computer programmer. An entrepreneur, writer, political organizer, and internet hacktivist. He was, oh my God, he was so young, man. Yeah, federal prosecutors dropped the charges. Oh my God. He died 26 years old. So yeah, the people that did the documentary about him, I think it's called like The Internet's Child. The Boy Who Could Change the World. So what he did was he leaked from what is the name of the really prestige university in the US? Oh man, do you know what? Let me just load it up on here. This is really important to talk about. Was it MIT? Yeah. So he was all about open access. He believes that everyone should have access to information. The open access movement has fought valiantly to ensure that scientists do not sign their copyrights away, but instead ensure their work is published on the internet under terms that allow anyone to access it for the betterment of human society. And what he did was he helped stop the SOPA legislation, which was the 2012 Stop Online Piracy Act. Yeah, so he was arrested by MIT police. Here we go. So basically, a part of the MIT network began sending hundreds of PDF download requests per minute to the GSTOR website, enough to slow the site's performance. According to the authorities, Schwartz downloaded documents through a laptop connected to a network switch in a control access wiring closet. My understanding of it, just because it's so like, is that he basically tried to leak a lot of MIT's information for like democracy or democratic means. So it was open source, and so MIT decided not to pursue it, but the Department of Justice did decide, and they the federal prosecutors filed a superseding indictment, adding 9 more felony accounts, increasing Schwartz's maximum criminal exposure to 50 years of imprisonment and a $1 million fine. During plea negotiations with Schwartz's attorney, the prosecutors offered to recommend a sentence of 6 months in a low-security prison if Schwartz pleaded guilty to 13 federal crimes. Schwartz and his lead attorney rejected the deal, opting instead for a trial where prosecutors would be forced to justify their pursuit of him. The federal prosecution involved what was characterized by numerous critics as an overcharging and overzealous Nixonian prosecution for alleged computer crimes brought them by the U.S. Attorney for Massachusetts, Carmen Ortsitz. Schwartz died by suicide on January the 11th, 2013. After his death, federal prosecutors dropped the charges, and then on December 4th, due to a Freedom of Information Act suit by investigators, editor of Wired magazine, several documents related to the case were released by Secret Service, including a video of Schwartz entering the MIT network closet. So yeah, the reason he is in that video is you kill the messenger but not the truth, is the fact that he was taken out. And his family think the US government killed him because they just try to absolutely unload all these charges on him. He took his life, but he's inspired a generation that will keep fighting for an open internet. And so I was in a lot of I wasn't sure whether or not to include that of him in the music video, especially on that line, "You kill the messengers but not the truth." But I spoke to people that had done a documentary on him, and I said, this is what I want to use it for. I didn't obviously have direct contact with his family, but it seemed like I just wanted to do it as a dedication for him. So yeah, that was the background to that. Right, I'm just doing a quick refresh. Holy shit, guys. Thank you so much, honestly, because not only have we gone over the 35 patrons, we're like £2 away from 100, like 3 figures, which is amazing. And like, I need to start like benchmarking like what the targets are as we grow it, but doing this weekly podcast is really difficult because like I'm having to get the guests, I'm doing it all myself, but with your support and like doing this on Wednesdays, you guys have honestly lifted me up so much, and I really believe in the podcast. It's starting a lot of good conversations. Kevin, I want to say a huge thank you. Callie, huge thank you to you. Kyle, thank you so much. Dude, Kyle, honestly, like all the episodes are on podcast platforms. So like if you're driving, just, download them. We have a lot of interesting guests. Owen Eastwood, I mentioned, he was one of the coaches for the England football team, teaching a sense of belonging and togetherness. Professor Paul Gilbert on this Monday's episode, I think everyone should listen to him. Absolutely life-changing, his work. But yeah, if you don't know about Aaron Schwartz, there's documentaries about him, look him up. But yeah, really, really important person. So I'm happy to answer any last questions before wrapping this up, but just to confirm, we have decided that I am going to be doing virtual reality horror games. Oh, God. Last Wednesday of October. Actually, it won't. Well, it will be the last Wednesday of October. That's normally a Q&A. So, maybe I'll have to do it the week before, the 20th. Can do it a bit earlier, can't we? And then I'll do the Q&A afterwards. And then that only leaves one more week. Kevin, man. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've got the shirts down here. I need to do a review of that because it now tells me once people... Oh, I love this. How do you feel about the upcoming Mario movie? I know very little about it other than who's going to be in it. I'm willing to wait and see. I'm not as invested in Mario as I am Sonic the Hedgehog, but look, Sonic the Hedgehog had a lot of stuff thrown at it, and it turned out to be pretty decent. Yeah, there is a film about Aaron Schwartz. I swear it was called The Internet's Child or something. Just having a look here. Yeah, it's called The Internet's Own Boy. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. The Internet's Own Boy. Oh, it's all on YouTube. The full thing's on YouTube. Do you know what, actually? This is where the clip's from that video. So I actually got permission from the creator of this documentary. It was so long ago. Who is my biggest inspiration? Oh my goodness, this is so difficult. I mean, look, it's always one of these things if it goes without saying, but, you know, I'm just going to be absolutely blunt that, you know, my parents have taught me so much. I love them so, so dearly. And I don't, you know, I wouldn't be anywhere without them. My brother I absolutely adore. Burton C. Bell from Fear Factor, I've always mentioned, he totally opened my eyes to the world. He's been a huge inspiration. And then I look at other people that have, you know, really pushed me in the right directions in life, you know, where it's people like Paul Gilbert and all his stuff with the compassionate mind. I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, those are just a few people. You know, I think of people like Bernie Sanders, people that have really been outspoken against the establishment, whether or not you agree in his politics. It shows that you can have a sense of decency in the brutality of politics. So, yeah. But I know you're asking biggest inspiration. I mean, it has to be your family. Has to be. Random question. Ever seen a UFO? When I was very little, and I'm not even sure if I misremembered. Jeff Goldblum play Waluigi would be awesome. Yeah, definitely look it up. Okay, everybody, look, I'm gonna head off. I am gonna text my band straight away and find out if next week we can do the live show, because basically there's one or two things is going to happen. Either there's no live show next week, which feels wrong. It'll be on another channel, but I think we should just do it on here. So yeah, I'm going to speak to the band and see if I can get them on side. I'm sure I can convince them. So next Wednesday, you don't want to miss next Wednesday. It's going to be super, super special. Oh my God, I can't wait. God, it's going to be an amazing October. It's going to be an amazing October for these live shows. So, yeah, that's going to be really, really good. So, yeah, I just want to say huge love to you all. I actually need to still edit this stuff for this live stream. I need to have like an end card. Like when I finish, it doesn't just end. I need to have like a credits or something like that. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. It's always good seeing you guys here. Always fun hanging out. So yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you. Faf, thank you. Really appreciate the kind words. And yeah, be good to yourselves. Have a wonderful week. Love, respect, empathy. And if you ever have ideas of like guests for my podcast show or anything like that, you know, just drop me a line. Or if you are a patron, on the Patreon post of upcoming episodes, you can post in the comments there, and it just gives me people to look up and stuff like that, because I'm always looking for people to reach out to. So on that note, gonna end there and say have a wonderful rest of your week. To Blizz, thank you. Kevin, thank you very much. Paul, thank you. Kyle, have a great week for you as well, buddy. Callie, yes. Mojo. Anyone else before I close this down and press the button? I don't think there is. That is it. I'm going to say love, respect, empathy, and adios. Till next time. Much love.